Hi, Earthlings. Just putting you in the box. Oops, maybe I'm not. Yes, I am. Now, as I've explained many times, what we're learning about here in the Year of the Dragon, whose name is Dam, is how we are building our dam to create our reservoir. So what is our reservoir? Well, you're not going to believe it. I found out. Oh, by the way, look at my beautiful outfit. So, Shivratri is the celebration. Because Shiva is my Lord, I'm just learning about him all the time. So Shiva is my Lord. Shivratri is a celebration of the union between Shiva and Parvati, but I think there's more to it than that. Anyway, we're all inside Shiva's meditation, aren't we? So that is this realm. Now, I wanted to speak on I don't know where to begin now. I'm so sorry about this. I'm talking about chi today. Now, there are 3, as an earthling, powers. 6 is a power, and currency is power. I haven't figured out the other one yet. And currency isn't money, okay? So, currency is about the mouth, what we take in and what we leave out. So, words, food, drink, laughter, crying, screaming, mantras, songs, imitating sounds of nature, prayers that sanctify and purify, whistling, clicking, breath. So, the field of elixir, the reservoir, the field of elixir is our dantian. The reservoir of our chi is the kidneys, okay? So our vital energy, our power, our essence, our longevity, and oh my gosh, I've written so much stuff here. Let's just go to the reservoir of chi is in our kidneys. So energy is kinetic, thermal, light, electrical, and nuclear. Chi is dynamic force, movement and circulation of blood, of spirit, of intestines, the stomach, the heart, the liver, the kidneys. Thermal regulation, organ functionality. Regulate the flow of chi, remove blockages of chi, build boundaries, shields for reservoirs. Setting intentions. An intention is like a channeling or a direction of the flow. And we're going to set our intentions because this is part of our map that we're creating this year. So, now the kidney is the balance point. I don't know where I've got that. Let's hope I've got it here. So, like a river carving through the landscape, feel your way and turn your attention to your emotions. Yes, I like this emotion. No, I do not like this emotion. So, yes, I like this emotion. I want more of that. Burrow a bit deeper. I might click this off and start again. I can't speak proper. And then if we don't like it, we try to unfollow and alchemize. Now, the kidneys balance the yin and the yang of the tree, and they excrete fear via the urine. Our kidneys are like the backup system of energy stored like a battery that jumps into action if electricity goes out. So we strengthen our kidneys by keeping them warm. We stay hydrated with water, and a little salt benefits the kidneys. Plums, walnuts, figs, raisins, broths, soups, casseroles, seafood, seaweed, and beans. So our reservoir is for sharp senses, strong bones and teeth, a vigorous sex drive, confident thinking, feeling alert. Now, the energy of our kidneys to get our kidneys in their optimum state, because the kidneys are balancing our yin and yang all our life. So if we can keep our kidneys in this state of the balance, then what we're really doing is we are strengthening the longevity of our chi, prana, energetic life force. Okay, so kidney, careful gentleness distills fear and anxiety. Now kidney is the seat of, well, kidney is it's not the seat, it expresses our fear and anxiety. So when you are really scared and you wet your pants, fear and anxiety. Okay, now the seat of secret thoughts, the field of tension, the most inner stirrings of the emotional life, the deepest levels of truth, the reconstruction of reality, the life center. The kidneys filter how we relate to those that get close to us, what we hold on to, what we let go of. Kidneys are sensitive to the balance of power, our sense of empowerment in relationships, and kidney stones are when fear is crystallified and solidified. So kidney stones don't usually happen to a child. They happen to somebody who has reached a state of adulthood. And that's because you kind of like held down your emotional state and it says fear is crystallized and solidified. So whether that's something that you're promoting or whether that's something that you're, sort of like some people interfere. Oh, interfere. I just realized something. So if you've got an interfering person, they might be into fear. Inflammation is about an issue. If we have inflammation in our kidneys, it's about an issue that needs resolving. Oh, the sun is very bright in my eyes all of a sudden. The mudra for our kidneys is this symbol. So if you've got water retention, whether it could be like your hands or your face or your arms or any part of your body is retaining, holding on to water, which means that you're not drinking enough fluids, of course, because water retention always means that your body's trying to hold on to that water that you've got in your body because you're not giving it anymore. So drink. Now it also says here, if you've got a runny nose, if you've got phlegm, if you've got watery eyes, it's a form of water retention as well. Maybe you can need to flush your kidneys by drinking water. I'm writing a story and I'll share that another time. So now the chi assumes various forms. So it's saying that this is Chinese medicine that I got this from. And it says we've got 12 meridians through the body, 6 pairs, and in each pair, one is yin, one is yang. So the yin is always to nourish and to cool, and the yang is always to eliminate and to warm. So the chi balance for mental and emotional well-being will bring a healthy body. Now I found, I think it is 5 various forms of chi. So we have source chi that cannot be replenished but only nurtured, and that is in our soul. It is inherited and it it is I believe that our sun, soul, father of all soul, is like the sperm kind of idea of all earthlings. And when the sun has those solar flares, what it's doing is it's producing new souls. And of course, they live in the blue sky of day where all the other souls are who have not reincarnated. Now, so sun is source and also soul and solar. And of course, the sun is the soul of our earthling realm, the body of our earth, physical. So our body has a life force and our soul has a life force. Our spirit has a life force, and our inner star child, co-created with the divine cosmos, the stars, has a life force. Anyway, source cannot be replenished, only nurtured, inherited. So this is as I believe it to be. When the sperm enters the ovum, that sperm, that little spermy guy, becomes our brain and our spine. The bone structure is formed from the sperm, and it's a strong part of our DNA. And of course, it's once our body has formed, it's formed. And then, of course, once we take our first breath and we're breathing oxygen and the burning starts, the heat and everything that's required, it's also the start of the body's process of aging and going through the stages until we take our last breath, and then the body, of course, expires. That's the word. Right, so then the chi inside our foods and inside our environment is also chi, and it's a fuel for our body. So oxygen burns fuel. So that's like we nourish ourselves on plants and vegetables and also other animals and fruits, many things. Now it says here pectoral, what we breathe in, our guard and natural barrier. So there's a form of chi that is our guard and natural barrier. That's cool. I didn't know a lot about it. It's something I'm going to research more. It's called pectoral. So obviously shield. Now we have a defensive chi that says be active, rest, manage stress, protective shield. And we have immune chi, which means adapting, coping, warding off, resisting. And I've written threats, prevents illness, promotes healing, strengthened with herbs. Now our protective shield, defense against viruses, bacteria, toxins, by fending off external threats, prevents illness, promotes healing, strengthened with herbs. Immunity means the body can confront challenges and external influences, keeping external equilibrium intact, adapting to stresses and threats in a harmonious and balanced way. Big deals. Stimulate and fortify immune chi by applying pressure to our acupoints on the meridians. This holistic method harnesses our body's own healing capacities. Okay, so just what's a simple one? You're feeling sick, and so there is a meridian point. It is down here. You can always tell where they are because, well, mine doesn't, but when you first touch them, it'll feel sore. And you can press firmly into the meridian point so you can feel something in there, and then you've stimulated it, okay? And that'll take your sickness away. Don't just do one hand, do the both. And that point, that's way in there, it's where the bone of the thumb and the bone of the fourth finger almost meet in that Y part, and it's inside in there. That'll stop you feeling ill. So, for you yourself, look up where the meridians are, look at acupressure points. Remember I showed you guys the other one on the foot, which is to like release anger from the body, and anger of course will help your liver also. Remember that's where our spirit is housed. Our spirit is everlasting, and the more you watch out-of-body experiences and near-death experiences, as people talk about these things over the internet or over YouTube or whatever, the more you understand that what they call it heaven. Everyone has a different name because nobody knows the words, but what they're actually talking about is the Elysian fields and the place of the afterlife. Okay, so when you have a near-death experience, you get to go for a moment or two into the Elysian fields to have a look around. You're like, oh great, this is home, it feels so good here, and that is your afterlife's home. It's your forever home. So yeah, what else have I got? I think I got one last thing I want to say, and that's John Titor, and I love him. So John Titor is how you say it in American, Titor. Please look him up. He's the original time traveler that left information behind for us, and if you can look him up just on Wiki, it's enough. Now all these things that he said was going to happen from the original timeline, which was 2000, let's say for example, he gave us an extra 20 years. So by the time he went back to his future in 2036, he already clicked on an extra 20 years for us, and we're coming up to that time period now. So we're in 2024. If that is the case, that means 2025 is the start of the Civil War in America. So please look up John Titor. Just a little added thing I wanted to pop at the end here for those who listen all the way through to the end of my videos, because there's something to be said in everything that John talks about, and I need you to understand that although the timeline has changed, there are some events. You can alter the timeline, but you can't necessarily alter the events. So the events still have to proceed and go through that pattern, you see. Please watch people's near-death experiences as well, just so that you realize there's nothing to fear. The less you can fear through this year and next year, 2 important years. Remember, this year we're building our dam and our reservoir. The age of Aquarius has always been a time of turmoil, great unrest, and a lot of slaughter on earth. It's not changed. It hasn't changed. And so the first revolutions that started all that was back in the last time that Pluto entered into Aquarius, and every single one of them that I've looked back into is a time of revolutionary change, and revolutionary change only happens via a lot of death and control. Okay, so please do not fear. Look into what people speak about with their near-death experiences, and do everything that you can to maintain your chi. Keep yourself in balance, because we're going to lead everyone out of the Kali Yuga as only we can. So I hope somebody's with me and I'm not doing it all by myself. I love you so much. Sending many greetings to everyone, and thank you so much to those who do listen. I really appreciate it with all my heart. That is it. Ka kite.